What the fuck is up, YouTube? Drake Jr., aka XxdrakejuniorxX, and welcome back. That's my name. I forgot what I was going to say for the title. Anyway, this is me. I'm here. I already said my goddamn name. This is going to be a personal uh, outtake or my there's a debriefing on what I've just witnessed in this game, and that is Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, this game, I just want to say that right now, Call of Duty is possibly one of the sneakiest motherfuckers in the gaming industry. They're one of the most smartest, sneakiest companies in the gaming industry. And you want to know why I think that? It's because of the fact that they know what they were going to do when this game came out. They knew they had a plan, and I know how they had a plan because it was this, it went through so fucking smoothly. Like I didn't even like I was so confused when they announced this, but I'm gonna tell you the plan. I'm gonna lay it out for you. Basically, what they do is, okay, when Ghost came out, that was the last and final game that was boots to the ground. That was the last boots to the ground game that ever came out on uh on current gen, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Well, yeah, fuck it. That's current gen too. But that's basically the last game to ever have boots on the ground. Now, when Advanced Warfare came out, when they implemented the whole, advanced movement type system, that was when, the whole transition from boots to the ground to up in the air, flying around type bullshit implemented, and people didn't like that. Obviously, people didn't like that. And they had a plan. And that plan was they already had an idea what the fuck they were gonna do with the whole advanced warfare thing. They passed it on and they already knew what they were trying to do. They were trying to implement a new thing. The crowd, because obviously they killed it. They destroyed Call of Duty when Ghost came out. It already had a bad reputation as soon as Ghost came out. So as soon as Ghost came out, it was basically killed. It was basically dead. So what they did is like, fuck it, we gonna have to implement something else. So they took some things from other games and implemented from the game. Now what they did is they had a plan. They said, okay, plan A, implement a new. So this is basically, they were like, fucking plan restoration. They wanted to restore the entire franchise so they can get all their fans back away from Battlefield, Titanfall, Halo, that type of shit. So what they did is basically they were like, fuck it, let's get off of Xbox dick. Let's get off of Microsoft's dicks and make a deal with Sony. That gives Sony a W. Honestly, Sony has more sold more consoles, sold more units, so therefore they're obviously going to be up top. They're going to be their first priority, getting Sony on their side. They got Sony on their side. I think well before Advanced Warfare came out. So that's number one. Or no, after. Um, yeah. So around Battlefield 2 or Black Ops 2, that was when they signed on with Sony or whatever to implement having those DLCs first. And what their second plan is, since they move to another group of people, so obviously there's going to be a bigger fan of people, so they're obviously going to be a bigger fan base. They're going to get more fans that way. Another way is plan B. They are going to have sequence A and then sequence B. Another part of the plan is basically they were going to have implement a new style of gameplay. They implemented a new style of gameplay where they basically changed the whole boots to the ground and transition into flying in the air, advanced movement bullshit, where they basically be flying in the air. You can dash to the left, dash to the right, that types of bullshit. And they implemented that obviously from a couple other games like Titanfall and Halo and shit like that. And they took that from those two games or whatever, implemented into the game. And that was its plan to bring the Titanfall people who love Titanfall but didn't really enjoy Titanfall because obviously it was a boring game. It died well into its whole cycle, and bring the whole Halo series back because people were getting tired of Halo. Believe it or not, Halo is a very successful game, but people were getting tired of Halo, and that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to bring the Halo people over to Call of Duty, and they were trying to bring the Titanfall people to Call of Duty, and that's what they did. Sequence 3, their third part of the plan restoration is basically what they are trying. No, that's what they call into action. They they changed up the whole advanced movement thing. People didn't like it. They were like, "Fuck it, let's just add fucking jetpacks. Nobody can dash left to the right. Let's add the whole Titanfall thing so we can get more of the Titanfall fans." So they was like, "Fuck it." They knew Titanfall 2 was gonna be coming out, so they implemented the whole wall run type mechanic, and they implemented that in Black Ops 2. Changed the whole style of gameplay with the jetpacks and shit like that, and with the wall run shit. And basically, what they did is after that, they were basically like, okay, let's go on ahead and fucking, what's the word? Okay, let's go ahead and see how this happened. People liked it, but after this, they knew that the people were gonna like it because obviously it was good. There was better maps. Treyarch has been the number one people that are known to make really good maps. They know, people know this. They're not like slept on. People know that Treyarch made really good maps. But people don't know is that after the last couple of games, Sledgehammer and Infinite War started slacking off on their games and making the maps a lot more expansive and a lot more, making garbage ass maps. Make them very long hallways with tight corners, crevices, places where you're gonna have to just like, there are multiple different ways for people to come and surprise you. And you're obviously, people, this is on console, I think console or PC, people are not going to be able to respond that quickly when there's a motherfucker coming across the goddamn corner and there's 3 other corners you need to check before you check that corner. It's ridiculous, and they knew that shit. And he knew when Infinite Warfare or Infinite Ward and Sledgehammer were going to take over, they were going to be fucking up the maps. Well, not Sledgehammer, because Sledgehammer did a really good job on Advanced Warfare. Probably not. We'll see. Their turn is next year. They're already working on the game now, so you already know that they're probably in the works of the game right now. Basically, what they did is they knew that Infinite Ward was gonna fuck up on the maps. They do this ever since Ghost came out. They knew this. So what they did is they was like, okay, this game is, we're gonna release the game, see what the feedback is, and we're gonna initiate sequence, what, 4 or 5, I'm not fucking counting. And basically what they did is they basically was like, fuck it, if people not gonna like this game and they feel like this game is garbage too, and they went further in time, which means around Black Ops 3 they were still on Earth, but they had jetpacks. Now in this game we're getting in fucking space and we have jetpacks, we have robots. And basically what they did is it was like, fuck it, people don't like this game, we're gonna initiate sequence 4 or 5 or whatever. And sequence 4 and 5 is basically the addition, and this is what they caught niggas at, and this is why some of y'all niggas are dumb as hell for following through this plan. They initiate sequence 4 or 5, whatever I said, whatever number I was last on, where basically they were going to, people were not going to fuck with this game, which obviously doesn't have like well over damn near 500,000 fucking dislikes on it. People don't like this game. People think this game sucks, and I still think this game sucks. They were going to implement the whole, people knew after the last game, Boots to the Ground, Ghost was implemented, and they knew that, and people know that Ghost did not succeed. That was the last game that Boots to the Ground, so that was the last time they ever seen that whole Boost to the Ground type of like gameplay. And that's when basically after that it just went, Call of Duty just went downhill, started taking other people's games, just started fucking up a lot. People knew as soon as that game was gonna come out, they knew that the game was gonna be very the developers, by the way, the developers knew that nobody was gonna like the game, and obviously people didn't like the game, and it got a lot of hate from the game. As I said it, damn near 500,000 fucking dislikes on the thing. I think I checked it a couple days ago. Is that like 500,000 dislikes? People don't like this fucking game. So when they implemented this feature in the game, where the whole advanced movement type shit, plus the fact that we have guns, sniper rifles that can turn into assault rifles, fucking submachine guns that look like submachine guns but they really aren't, they're actually assault rifles, and then they have assault rifles that can break up into akimbo weapons. It's ridiculous, it's stupid, it's kind of fucked up, and this shit does not make sense. And what they did is They basically implemented it. They basically snuck in a way how they can draw people in, and they draw people in, and people fell for it too. They fell for it too because they knew that people wanted the boost to the ground. Ever since Advanced Warfare came into play, they knew that as soon as Advanced Warfare came out, people wanted the whole game, the whole boost to the ground type of like feel, where you can go back onto the ground, boost to the ground, and fight on the ground. Because they knew, people said this a lot, that we shouldn't be shooting up in the air like some goddamn idiots flying around. It does not make sense. It's not an efficient way to play a game. You can't play games. You can't hit people when they're in the middle of the air. It does not make sense. Bullets don't register, and it obviously is gonna fuck up a lot. Fuck up a lot of things. You're gonna be raging a lot. It obviously not gonna make sense. How you play the game is not gonna play out the way everybody wants you to think it'll play out, and it won't at all. And people knew this, and they knew that this was gonna happen. They knew that people were not gonna like this game from the jump. So what they did is they implemented a backup plan where they basically bribed people. That's what they did. They bribed you all to get this game by selling you all a revamped, remastered version of a game that used to be on the PlayStation 3. One of the best games, the so quote unquote best games that the Call of Duty franchise or the PlayStation 3 has ever seen, and that's Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. The first Modern Warfare. They implemented this in the game because they knew niggas wanted this game back really bad, and they did not like the whole advanced movement type of like new age. They did not like what Call of Duty is doing. So now, and they did all this other sneaky shit with it as well. They implemented the whole, you need to pre-order in order to get this game, knowing damn well that a lot of people are not gonna be fucking with the whole pre-order shit, because people don't pre-order to begin with. There's the pre-order sales. A lot of the sales from these older, a lot of the companies went down because obviously people don't fuck with the whole pre-order shit anymore, because they know that since they got their money, since they got your money, they can fuck with the game any type of way they feel like it, and it doesn't really matter because they still got your money and you can't really do shit about it. Now, on to the topic at hand, this beta. Now, the beta reminds me of the state of Call of Duty that they're in right now. Call of Duty used to be the innovator. They used to be able to bring things inside the game that other people wish they can bring inside the game. They influence so many games that are here today. They influence fucking Battlefield. They influence Titanfall. They influence people like Halo. They influence so many people to implement things inside the game that they never were there before. They were the innovators. Now they are the innovatees. They take shit from other games that made those other games special, made those other games very awesome, very unique and different, and they took those games, they implemented things that made those games who they are, and they put it inside of their games so they can make their games newer and fresher to new audiences, and make it newer and fresher to a new generation of people, a new generation of kids that were, however, who grew up in the Call of Duty age, who grew up playing nothing but Call of Duty. They grew up in the microtransaction age, and I'm kind of glad that I never grew up in this microtransaction age. They're trying to please to this microtransaction age by nickel and diming them, hitting their ass with the ooh, hitting them with the pre-order exclusive bullshit, where you're gonna have to pre-order this game in order to get some good shit up inside of it. And the people who don't pre-order the game, you're just gonna get hit with this ooh, and you're just gonna suck, and you're not gonna be able to really do anything about it. So yeah, they're trying to cater to this whole new age of people, and people not gonna be able to really be able to do anything about it, because fuck are you gonna do about it? It's not like you can contact the company, tell them to stop. They're not gonna stop. They never gonna stop, baby. But it's it's weird, man. And this game reminds me of what the state of Call of Duty is in now. They're in a state where they know that what they are doing is not going to make a change. Everything they do is going to be just an experiment, because they are way too far inside of this whole advanced movement thing, where they can just change up and be like, fuck it, no, we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to change up, we're going to go back in time, and they just don't know how to change that whole, sequence, where at first they're in the future, now all of a sudden they're in the past, all of a sudden they're in the present. They don't know how to do that, and I feel like they're just scared, or they're just stubborn. They just don't want to. and that's the thing. They don't want to. I feel like if they do go back in time and they be like, boost to the ground, fuck it, we not about to do that. Instead, we're about to go ahead and do boost to the ground, and everything we do, we minimize as much as movement in the air as possible. Matter of fact, we're just gonna take that shit out altogether. We're gonna be on the ground, and we're not gonna move off the ground. Now, they're just too scared to really move that or implement that into the game. Instead, what they're gonna do is they just gonna nickel and dime you with the pre-order exclusives, hit your ass with that 80, hit your ass with that 100, and then the people still gonna they're just baiting people to feed into this whole microtransaction pre-order type age where if you pre-order this game, you're gonna get some good shit inside of it. And that's what they're doing, and they're doing it in a very sneaky, very deceptive type way, and it's working very well. And people are not noticing that, they doing something fucked up, they doing something that they shouldn't be doing to us, and we obviously should they should just use common sense with these games. People should know that they're way too far into the series to turn around and be like, fuck it, we're gonna go back in time. They're too scared, they're too nervous, they don't know how to do it, and they're just not gonna do it because they're nervous, they're scared, and they obviously don't know what the fuck to do. So now they're experimenting with the game to make sure that they can still be able to stay inside the whole futuristic type of thing, but not implement things inside of the game that people don't like, and they don't want to lose money. So they're gonna hit your ass with that hit your ass with that pre-order bonuses type shit, and then they're gonna hit your ass with the they're gonna hit your ass with these remasters all the way to Black Ops 2. And once Black Ops 2, hopefully that they can get their shit together to the point where they can be able to release a game that come out that can hopefully save their franchise, save this franchise. Because remember, Activision don't got anything else under their belt. The only thing they got under their belt, at the most, I would say, is the Tony Hawk series. And the Tony Hawk series is basically over. They killed it. It's done. The Activision is not going to be able to save that series because after Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 is basically done. Nothing they can do can basically save that game. And they're just trying to be able to save their game. They're trying to save this one and only franchise because Activision has a track record of not being good with any other game and ruining games, and they did this a multitude of times, from Activision fucking up Ghost to them fucking up this game. And they don't know what to do. They're running out of ideas. They're running out of what they can do and what they cannot do. And this is a very good example of what they did. They got the guns in this game are very, very stupid. Like they got a sniper. They can turn it into a fucking assault rifle. What? So you mean to tell me an assault rifle, which is one of the assault rifles, which is one of the most powerful weapons on the goddamn game, alright? All the assault rifles in the game are really, really good. They're really strong. This Widowmaker right here, watch this man hit me with that ooh. You see how fast that is? I didn't even notice that because I still had my head fucking turned. I wasn't even able to respond that fast. I'm playing on console. I was not able to respond. You see that? And then you gotta suck this motherfucker right here. That's the thing. How can you implement something like that in the game where the assault rifles are some of the most best things inside the game at this moment? You're gonna turn it into an assault rifle? What type of dumb shit is that? And they're just like so stupid. It's so non-innovative. Like, what the fuck? Why would you do something like that? Put something in a game where it's so OP and you're not gonna be able to stop it because it's so fucking stupid, man. And it's like, you can understand, you can tell that they're starting to run ideas when they have guns that can turn into different guns. It's ridiculous and stupid, and that maps play a big role in this game as well. All the maps suck, and it just makes it's a bad combination between weapons and the whole gun, then the whole how the map plays out, and it's very ridiculous. And it's going to be very hard to notice how this game goes into later into the future. Hopefully this franchise. But anyway, I just want to say thank you all for watching this video. This video is very long, so I apologize for that. But thank you all for watching this video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if you liked it, whatever. This is your boy Drake Jr., aka XxdrakejuniorxX, and I'm signing out, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, bro.